past president of the Frank Luke chapter, state of Arizona. I am a retired Chief Sergeant, retired Luke, 1982, after 30 years service. I've been part of the AFA local chapter about 1980. We found out that by giving them this, they perform better also. I used to go into every school in the nation, a team of 5 students, and teach them to work with cyber security, get free software, and the school will get high-speed internet. The students will go ahead and get a job in working with cyberspace. At the end of it, they're all going to get Microsoft software, potentially scholarships at the end of it. We are a non-profit. Reception this afternoon before the conference starts.
My name is Tom Emmerich. I went to the University of Washington through ROTC there. Got a commission and a couple of degrees, and then went on to engineering. And then, so they asked if anybody would go to pilot training, and I said yes. Select F-16s, and Kunsan, Shah. Here is an IP, and then I've been deployed several times, most recently to Afghanistan, and I spent F-16 operations in Afghanistan, the largest F-16 fighter wing in the world. The Block 25 is kind of the first of the C model. Those are the oldest F-16s, and then Block 42s. F-16 was built in the late 70s, kind of the brainchild of John Boyd. He invented this called energy management, and his concept was, instead of building these large, powerful airplanes like the F-4, big, heavy airplane, but unfortunately, one of the consequences of that is it turn fast. The idea was, let's build a small, compact airplane, engine with wings kind of a thing. Half of the U.S. fighter force is F-16s, and that's probably going to stay that way well into past 2020 is my expectation, based on the fact that I don't see us getting the F-35 soon. Our typical loadout is generally 500 to 2,000 pound bombs, somewhere come in here. Generally to get here they have to go through about that's where we learn how to fly airplanes. So that's about another 2-month course. That way the captains are going through our basic course, which is a 7-month course. So, and that's just the way it is.
Wigwam Resort.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we had?
Our chapters
Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico region. I'd like to welcome everyone here. For 65 years, it's been an independent, profit, professional, military, and air-based education association. Our mission is to promote the United States Air Force and a strong national defense. Generally, we educate the public on the critical need of unmatched aerospace power and a technically superior workforce to ensure our enduring national security. We advocate for space power, science, and technology education in our school systems, and we support aerospace education, and we honor airmen, former airmen, and Air Force heritage. We will sponsor several programs to ensure that our national leaders and general public are aware of current aerospace issues. Together, the military, multiple programs that we have enhance teaching science in our school system. Our mission overall is to strengthen our air power force and the people that. Thank you, Joe. Thanks, Scott.
Without further ado, General Ragney, please join.
Morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here this morning and participate and kick off this Southwest Regional Alliance. My favorite additional duty, when I was 1 star and 2 stars, stuck in the Pentagon for 1.5 years, thinking I'd never ever leave, I was the advisor to the Junior Officer Council of the Air Force Association. It was a great duty that somebody had. I don't know if you're aware, there is a 6-state conference called the Southwest Defense Alliance, and 3 of the states are here: California, Utah, and Texas. Colorado wants to join and make 7 states. In and around the same issues that the Air Force Association is involved with. And we have some assets here that are truly national assets that the country cannot replace, particularly the test and training ranges that we have. I want to thank the Luke Airforce Base for helping host this as well, and of course the Wigwam. Have a great content meeting and look forward to mixing up.
We have minted a special coin.
Well, this is some of the Army Tua coins.
General Harris.
Distinguished, sir, that's not old. That's powerful and a handsome man. But that said, you said 4 years in the Pentagon, and I have to let you know, after last week, I had 14 hours in the big building, so I'm doing pretty good. Folks, I'm going to limit my comments to general areas. As many of you know, Luke has gone from 210 F-16s or F-15s and F-16s, if you go way back into the early 90s. We're down to about 138 airplanes, so Luke's shrinking. There is a plan afoot to get it smaller. Based on us supporting Air Force Base, I've been tasked to move 2 squadrons of F-16s that will do the training mission at Holloman in New Mexico. We'll keep it in the F-16 probably for another decade.
We lost our F-16s, but we continue to participate in what became now the Total Force Initiative. It's something that, if you've been around the Air Force recently, hearing it over and over again, most of the fighter units are integrated with some kind of guard or reserve integration. Thank you.
Special Operations is new to the region in the sense that the operational mission, the General did mention that the Special Operations Wing at Kirtland is a school. They train a portion of those pilots and crew members that come to Special Ops aircraft and rescue as well. But Cannon is the first operational unit that is here in the region, and that's as of about 3.
Aviation. Second one is men and women at the 161st in our history, and the third, because I'm a pilot, of course, is myself. So we'll start on Academy grad 1989. 20 years of flying. I've got A model, Q model, R model, T model, E model, D model. I just recently was flying active duty Nippers aircraft for Libya King. So I have a lot of experience with 135. Active duty, started out at Carswell down in Fort Worth, Texas. Thank you.
When an airman deploys, we have what's called a Thunderbox at Luke that we will send them each month packages from home, where it is, and it's some of the same sponsors sitting in this room that read the material that we send out to them. Staying back here at Luke, we have a deployed spouses program where we bring in weekly information and then monthly where they can come into us, stay with us, eat with us, or they can just drop the kids off and have a night out by themselves where the spouses get together. So it brings men and women that are able to come out, gather, suffer and talk about the hardship going through.
The max may not be exactly correct, but you guys will. So you will recall that about 2 to 3 years ago, DoD started a program to provide educational opportunities for spouses in certain career fields that are exportable. Teachers, nurses, those kinds of activities. We created a program that was so great that we cut it.
Our nation is our debt, and we have to be careful how we spend that money. That doesn't mean the military needs to take it to shore. Spouses, they lose all the benefits.
Can you give us an update service provider or the status of the future of the base hospital?
Luke was selected as the number 159 in the United States Air Force. We'll get slid downtown. Literally, I have an appointment in August because that's the next available for me. We're just going to pay for the people that are currently in the system, and that's literally one of the financial realities that's coming up.
Arizona is going to elect a new senator. How important is that to you? And what would you say to that person is the main issue you need to be concerned with when they go to represent you, military, in Washington, D.C.? Thank you.
I'll take 2 minutes to answer that. And electing a new senator, I get one vote only. So I try not to sway. I try and be politically neutral on Luke Air Force Base, and I think if it is a single continent or a single country, not 1/50th of that.
I think that these type of events are very important because also extending a hand of partnership to industry and more importantly to academia. I mean, for the same type of skills. And so we'll have to, and so those who offer money and have more attractive quality of life opportunities tend to get students that are coming from UT. It's all about motive. All it takes is the wrong motive. You can have a very highly talented individual becomes an adversary. And so turn over time to the next.
Is known as the university, and what that means is we're a traditional college. We offer bachelor's and master's degree. We have the lowest pregnancy rate of any campus in the nation. So, in complexity, integration, the movement of information, the amount of information that's flowing through the air, not through secured network channels necessarily, right? How good is your encryption? So our asset has changed. Do we secure our information? So much.
While we're bringing up
this whole discussion of cyber, and we've heard it from several people here today, I think the question for us, and I see several of you here with us today that spray this white stuff in your hair to distinguish. We have to ask ourselves, are we part of this cyber world? Are you part of it? Are you a cyber expert? Are you an expert on using cyber systems?
To thank the AFA also for the opportunity to participate, and I think it's very important. We appreciate the working relationship we enjoy with the AFA Defense 3 and recognize how important it is what you do on behalf of the Air Force, but in fostering this working relationship we have with all our military services.
A large corporation, and we do a lot of things throughout. To talk to you about where we are in the Southwest Valley. Lockheed's divided into 4 different business units, 4 business areas. Aero,
the swatch.
The battlefield is changing. New threats, a new aircraft operation, interoperable and offering performance. The battlefield, virtually did not hide. The F-35's greatest advantage, something no one ever sees. Stealth, designed into the aircraft with a winning goal. Simultaneous air, a complete 360-degree missions. Extreme, and the top speeds of Mach in any conflict against behind Spider is a revolutionary support system. The efficient, affordable, which enables the aircraft president in indicating a very intent. The F-30 generation multi-body internet, lethal, survival, supportable, and affordable air.
Built in 3 variants. In the upper right, the single variant, or conventional takeoff or landing variant, is built designed for the United States Air Force. It is the latest version at about 29,000 pounds, and it carries about 18,000 pounds of the F-16 does, all internal. It is an internal gun, and it is refueled with a boom, just like.
Well, thanks very much. Moose and myself can fly better than the drone on the table.
There's 2 sides to the story, what you just heard, and in all fairness.
I said that day they dropped 23,000 bombs just for us. I was there, none of us were hurt or killed. Read that sign right there says, shoot this to win a prize, Taliban. Still asleep, and went out there to the urinal, and I'm standing there like, I was like, oh, wow. Ma'am, Food, we had 2 meals a day. He was our best friend. We got mail about once every month. That's one thing I was like, if I get killed, my mom was going to kill me, so I'm not going to.
I came here, I was in Korea for a year, and then before that I was at Nellis Air Force Base for 3.5 years, so a little bit about me. My most recent employment was by, at Bagram, her being a girl, and I guess we're like mentors for her. She was 10 years old, 10. She acted like she was 20. She took care of her family. And that's a picture of me with the biometric system, the UAE commander, and one of the guys that we worked with.
Easily the most rewarding and worst time of my life. This piece of equipment, I saw on my drive to work every day, looking control tower that they had. That's called a TM-19, that's the radar. The new equipment, while I was there, we actually certified the first military Iraqi air traffic control for the Iraqi pilots. It's like, sir, you know, I've got a mountain, 12 o'clock, 10,500 feet. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm about mountain. What do you want me to do? I'm like, your car, don't hit the mountain. And he's like, oh, okay, so I can turn to avoid it. I'm like, please, don't hit. ISAF Sergeant Lord Gibson, thanks for your time.
The Afghan we were advising.
What we do here at Luke is I train brand new pilots.
Okay, my name is Paul Smiley, President of Sonoran Technology Professional Services. We are a small business located here in Goodyear, Arizona. We do work for the Air Force, Department of Defense, Luke Airforce Base, Davis Mountain Air Force Base, and I am a member of the Air Force Association Luke chapter. And today was our Southwest annual conference here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We've had some great speakers here from both industry, our military commanders from installations, and also we just ended today's conference with our
everyone for coming to the AFA Southwest Regional Conference. Also our sponsors. Thank you so very much and hope to see you next year.